Chance is now. I'm gonna say he's gonna be chatting with Chessa and Finn. Mm-hmm. They're over at their table right now, and they're actually starting to eat. And Chance will turn towards you as you arrive and say, "Oh, there's my buddy. There's my best friend, Levi. Have you met my comrades? This is Chessa, and this is Finn."
Oh, no, I haven't met them yet. Nice to meet you both. Eating some french fries? Yeah, where I come from, we call those chips. Oh, you, Finn? Yeah, me and you. Can't wait to go against you.
Finn raises an eyebrow, and it looks like he was about to shake hands with you, but because you were just very overwhelming in your personality, he sort of like...
Yeah, I get that all the time. I honestly get that all the time. Chance, you got a second? Do you think we could go, talk in private real quick?
Oh, yes, of course. Sure. And he turns to his two. "I'll be right back. Save some of the chips or fries for me when I get back."
Yeah, we call those chips where I come from.
He will apparate onto your shoulder as you go over to wherever it is.
All right, so he would walk over to just a quiet place, somewhere he could speak to him and be like, "Hey, buddy, did you do this? Did you put me in this tournament?"
Did I do what? Did I put you in this tournament?
I heard you doing your little lucky magic behind me and then all of a sudden a lion comes underneath me. Did you do this?
Ghost Levi, I am appalled. You think that I would do something to fix the competition so that you would get into it? I am absolutely appalled that you would think such a thing.
So you totally did it. All right, I see how this is. Pal, look, I've been struggling at this school already, and now I gotta prove myself in front of everybody. This isn't a good situation for me.
Now just wait right just a minute. Just wait. Think for a moment, Levi, just think. Do you think, hypothetically, let's say it was true. Hypothetically, if I did have a little something to do with you getting into this competition, wouldn't you think one of the first things people would suspect is that your best friend, who happens to be a leprechaun, would have had something to do with it? Wouldn't you think that would be a little too obvious and convenient?
Yeah, but I kind of think you used that to your advantage. I heard you doing magic behind me. I heard it. I remember. It was like sparkling. It was like snap, crackle, and pop.
There was a lot of screaming going on around. Levi, why would I put myself into that position when it would be so obvious that I would have done something at that point?
All right, pal. You're right. And you wouldn't lie to me because we've been best friends for a year now. So I'm gonna take your word for it. But just know if you did do it, it was pretty messed up because it's been hard. It's been hard for me. And after this tournament, who knows what creative nicknames they're gonna come up with next? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if you thought about this, Levi, but maybe it's fate that you ended up in this team.
Nah, I don't believe in that stuff.
There might be a very good reason why this could be very good for you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really cool when all the kids start calling me Loser Levi, or how about a little hurtful one? How about win this Whitey or something? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes, when my team steamrolls all over your team, yes, they'll probably start calling you Loser Levi, but that's not really my fault, technically.
Yeah, and let me guess, you didn't use none of that little leprechaun magic to get you in the strongest team, huh?
Levi, are you now accusing that I also used my luck of the leprechaun to get into this team as well? Is that what you're suggesting?
You know what? No, it's just a coincidence that both of us made it on this. I somehow get with they're actually pretty cool. My team's cool, but I don't know how cohesive we are. I gotta try to get them to learn Quidditch tomorrow. But you get on an all-star team. You get on the 90s 49ers over here.
Yes, well, it looks like maybe it was fated for me to be in this team as well.
You keep saying that word. I don't know. I don't know what this fate thing is.
Well, it just keeps running circles around the whole thing, so...
Yeah, it's just like a circle of fate. It's real weird. I don't know.
That would be the point where Chance like looks at the screen, like looks at the fourth wall.
We all look at
Just nods.
And roll the credits.
Good campaign, guys. Right.
I think you just need to relax, enjoy yourself. This is a time of celebration. Have some chips or whatever it is.
I think I'm gonna go try one of those beignets that everybody keeps talking about.
The beignets? I don't think I've ever heard of beignets.
The beignet, the food. I don't know. My friend Rodney eats it over in New Orleans. I don't know what they're called.
I'll have to give them a try. Say, Levi, also, I was also very surprised at you about something else. You were right there talking to both Finn and Chessa, and you didn't once say a word to the girl.
Oh, I'm going back to do that. I just had to get this out the way, you know what I'm saying? I just getting this out the way, the conversation, but I'm about to go shoot my shot.
I don't think that your flirting is going to work with this girl. Just to give you a fair warning, during the brief interactions I've had with Chessa,
Well, it's never stopped me before, and I mean, if that doesn't work, like the girl on my team totally has a crush on me. Like everybody sees it, so I'm gonna.
Oh yes,
go
the popular one.
Yeah, she's like really popular. I don't even remember her name though.
Well, I don't think that your team is as much of a disadvantage as you might think. The crowd favorite tends to have a little bit of advantage there as well.
Yeah, we get with the crowd favorite and the crowd's least favorite. Yeah, that does kind of work out. It's like a balance.
Well, Levi, if you don't mind, I think we should get going back and continue with our socializations.
All right, pal. Because my friend wouldn't lie to me about anything, so let's go do that.
He just gives you a very devilish, very innocent smile. And you will go off. Juan wants to go look for Naila.
Yeah. And once I find her, who's with she?
She is actually talking with Chogan, the well, not that you know this, but the medicine man of Ilvermorny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and be like, Nyla, hey, how are you?
Oh, hey there, Juan. Juan, I wanted to meet Chogun. Chogun is the medicine man here at Ilvermorny.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, sir, he says, and he will put his hand out.
Chogun nods and he will hold out his hand. And she says, Chogun was just telling me about his tribe, the Wampanoag tribe.
Oh, that sounds very interesting.
We have quite a history. Naila turns to you and says, did you know that the Wampanoag tribe were one of the original tribes that helped build this school in the first place?
Really? That's impressive.
She nods, and I'm gonna say that Shogun smiles a little bit. I'm not surprised you haven't heard much about us. The wizarding world of my people aren't kept traditionally in school books.
Why is that?
He smiles a little bit. We've had a very rough and patchy history. Not just my people in the wizarding world, but in the muggle world as well.
Well, but if you are here and you're a part of this school, I mean, things are getting better little by little, aren't they?
Oh yes, I love it here. The people, everyone here, the staff is my family.
That's incredible. I'm sorry, can I borrow Naila for a moment?
He will nod, of course.
It was very nice to meet you, he will say as he takes the hand of Naila and goes apart.
So, what'd you think of the first event?
Okay, so we're going to Russia and we're playing Quidditch. I mean, why does the world hate me so much?
I thought you liked Quidditch. Didn't you go to the Quidditch World Cup?
No, don't get me wrong. I love watching Quidditch. I suck at it. And I think I'm the chaser. This is going to be bad. You at least have some good member. This guy, Levi, he tells me that his teacher says he's the third best he's ever seen, but he also, I think he may not be telling me the full truth. I'll have to trust him. I mean, I'm not better than him.
Who knows? I mean, he might surprise you.
Yeah.
I've only interacted with him very briefly, but I don't know.
You know what? He's a really chill dude. Maybe I'll present it to you later. After all, this place is for socializing and stuff.
Oh, sure. She says, I would love to meet everybody in your team.
Yeah.
Isn't he the friends with Chance? She says.
Oh yeah, he is, I think, actually.
Yeah, Chance seems to be very uncomfortable with this event.
Really?
I think of the four. Yeah, I think the idea of having him riding on a broom is one thing. Having him riding on a large tree, he seems to be a little anxious.
Yeah, I think that may be a little unjust. I mean, how tall is he?
About half a foot, I think.
I mean, riding a broom is probably a tree for him. Well, you know.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure.
Yeah, and how is your teammates, apart from Chance, doing? Are they cool?
Really cool. Finn, he's a sweetheart. He's also not bad to look at either.
Hey.
When she says that Juan is going to like open his eyes and like try to counsel, like oh yeah, that's interesting. I have to go now. Thanks, bye. And he will
Okay.
like run.
Okay, you run off.
Yeah,
Alright.
but I'm going to go find food and start stuffing my mouth with it.
Alright.
I wanna keep talking, but first I'm gonna go find tortillas.
I think you'll be able to find tortillas. I think you'll be able to
Okay.
find them.
Brings me to my next question, because me and Toby grabbed frogs from the garden. I don't know if
Okay.
we happened to run into him on the way back, but
Yeah, sure. So, I'm going to let's have the other three boys roll and observe.
Okay. I really want to
Observe
observe
is
as
fine
well.
with our eyes, because my eye observe is bad.
I will say seeing, observe seeing. Specifically. That's a specialty, if you have a specialty in seeing.
Brandon
Oh,
sees nothing.
crit fail. I see nothing.
Okay.
I think I went blind for a minute.
Okay. I'm gonna say that both Albion and Juan, and Levi is not far away, so if you want to grab him, you may. But those two at least do see Toby and Roxana carrying what looks like are frogs in their hands, in their arms, and they seem to be making their way to the punch bowl.
Okay,
Sneaky.
I'm gonna have my tortilla in hand, and I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna be like, okay, that's no good. And I'm gonna start walking towards her, and be like, hey, Roxana!
Hello. She tries and kind of like is holding them with the frogs, and they're like jumping out of it.
We're just attending to our pet frogs.
I'm gonna be like,
Toby says.
so you have multiple pet frogs?
Oh yes. You can never have enough frogs.
What are their names? One will say while crossing his arms.
This one's Herman. This one's Trudy. This one is Jasmine. And he just starts like calling off random names.
That's nice. That's nice. And why didn't I see them before?
Okay. Alright. Just a tip for future reference. Don't drink the punch bowl, and she'll walk over and dump them.
She puts them into the punch.
She's not even making an effort to hide it. She's
I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
What? What are you doing? We can't be seen putting frogs in the punch. Everyone will think that I was up to it.
It's a conservation effort.
He puts his hand up. They're just. It's a therapeutic bath. It helps their skin. Exfoliate.
I tell me, yes, it does.
And he will just stare at the punch and be like, I didn't even get to try it.
Oh, well, it was pretty mediocre. Also, second item of this evening, why do you have a pizza base in your hand?
Yeah, that's right. This is why I came. No. This is no pizza base. Roxana, I present to you. And he will like kneel and put it. Hi, a tortilla.
The golden grail.
So this is a tortilla.
Yes.
She'll grab it and she'll look at it and she's like, what do I do with it?
Okay.
It could be a good hat if she puts it on her head and she kind of does like
Okay, no, that's not what you do with it. So, he will take out another tortilla he brought. There are a lot of ways to eat a tortilla. You can cut it, put it into oil, you can have it with salsa, you can put meat into it and make a taco, enfrijoladas, chicharrón. It's the greatest food that was ever invented. But first, you should try it alone. And he will start rolling it. Be like, do that, and just
she'll
bite.
bite into it. Tastes like dough.
Okay, that's step number one. He will like grab her by the hand, well, like this, and be like, now we're going to find meat and lemon juice. And he will like grab her and come find me. We're going
As
to make tacos.
dragging you with you, I turn around to Toby and say, do not put the toads in the meat. It's so funny.
Sounds about right. And I think Toby is very also like entranced by this tortilla as well. He seems to be curious about this too.
He will be following me with the toads. Like, yeah.
He's just following with them.
Yes.
Okay, so this is it. Here's the meat. Now, you have the tortilla. Grab meat. Put it in the tortilla. Now we're gonna grab lemon. Put lemon juice on it. Now you grab it like this and just bite it.
Okay.
Sounds simple enough.
Alright. She'll try it. She's like, it's an improvement. Would you like to try some, Toby? Here, I'll feed it to you. You've got a handful of.
Yeah, he has his hands. Yeah, you'll feed it and he'll bite and he'll chew. Did you put any spices in this?
Oh, you haven't even started. This is just the basics of a taco. We still need onion. We still need spicy. No, there's so much to do, so little time. I can't teach you
Yeah, this one's nearly eaten.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah,
It's
That's
very
good.
different from borscht, for example.
Mm-hmm.
borscht?
Beetroot soup. I was telling you about it. Fun time with that.
My
that's right.
favorite. Next to matzo ball soup.
That's soup of what?
You know what matzah is? You know the bread that we eat. That in Jewish religion.
Oh, okay. He was like, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I didn't know you were Jewish.
He's sort of like stunned by that because he's got the yarmulke on his head.
And he'll be like, oh, that's right. And he'll start like looking at the ground and
You
like,
might not have a lot of Jewish. I don't know how large the Jewish community is in Mexico, so
it's not that small. So at that moment when he sees it, he will be like, yeah, super embarrassed and be like, it was nice meeting you. He will take his stack and like, bye. Like, oh my fucking god, what that just said.
Roxana will turn to Toby and just kind of give him like a weird look.
He's interesting guy. He's an interesting guy.
I've actually met him before. I don't know if I told you this.
Really? Really? Wait, where?
The Quidditch World Cup.
Oh. He sort of, at this point, his voice lowers a little bit. Yeah, you never mentioned him. I didn't really ask you much about the cup in general, because I didn't think you wanted to talk about it.
Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime, but I'd like to keep a smile on my face.
Yes, so we still have these frogs, and I think there's another punch bowl over there. Do you want to try?
How about this? We put them in the boys' bathroom, in the toilet bowl.
I like your thinking, he says.
I want to see if they can scream like girls.
Let's find the bathrooms.
And we run off.
You'll run off. Meanwhile, Albion, so you might have watched this a little bit, but at some point, you'll hear a soft voice say, "Congratulations, Albi-kun," and you'll see Asa. She will give you a very respectful bow. It's so good to see both you and Nico in the competition, and she obviously is saying things to make you think that she's happy for you, but you can also tell in her voice that there's definitely some disappointment in it as well.
Yeah, I imagine Albion was actually looking for her when he saw the whole frog thing happening, and he kind of shook his head when he saw them. He like probably muttered to himself, "Oh my goodness, this is my team," as he sees like Juan and Roxy, tacos. And, so he finally, I guess she surprises him or comes up behind him, and so he turns around. He's like, "Oh, I was just looking for you," he says, and I think he would notice that she seems a little more subdued.
Yeah.
Subtle. And so you said she bowed to him, so he would bow back. I can't say I'm thrilled about it. I really wish you would have had my spot, he said, but I guess that wasn't possible since it was based on birthdays, but...
Yes. With Nico and I, both Capricorns, one of us would end up going if it was going to be one of us.
Well, don't tell him this, but I think you would have been a better choice.
She blushes a lot, and she sort of like, she averts her eyes and she kind of smiles a little bit, and that seems to cheer her up a lot when you tell her that. And she says, "Thank you, Albi-kun. Although, to be quite honest, I think, at least for the first event, Nico definitely has that in the bag over me."
He says, "Yeah, he probably could beat any one of the 12 of us or anyone at this point. He's pretty good at Quidditch." But he says, "You know what? I'll make you a deal, Asa." He says, "Between Nico and I, we'll make sure that Chessa, even though she's one of the few in gold robes, we'll make sure that we do our best to, show her that there's some other students here at Mahotokoro that are just as capable as her."
She'll look up at you again, and then smile, and she will reach over and give your arm a nice squeeze. Again, very touchy-feely of her, because she normally isn't like that. And as soon as she gives your arm a bit of a squeeze, her blush, like her face blushes again when she realizes what she just did, and then she sort of like shies off, pulls away, and then shyly says, "Thank you, Albi-kun. That you are very sweet."
He smiles and he says, and I know you and Nico are pretty close, but if I need any help, if you're willing, I wouldn't hate to get some help for some of the contests. I'm sure you have a lot of ways you can help out.
Yes, of course, if you need help strategizing, although Nico is also my brother, so I don't want to do anything to tip things too unfairly.
I understand, and I wouldn't want to put you in that position. However, like I said, I think the three of us, if we work together, we could maybe prove ourselves to Chessa a little bit.
That would be really nice. I would have really wanted to get to know her more as well. But speaking of coaching, you promised that you would also help coach me on herbology sometime soon?
Of course.
Together?
Of course. Maybe between, being in the medical ward after I fall off the trees from this Quidditch game, I'm sure I'll find some time to train you.
Oh, Albicon, if that ever happened to you, I would be the first to come and take care of you.
I appreciate that, Asa. You're a good friend.
So are you, Albicon. Are you eating with anyone right now?
He says, not yet. He says, I just talked to my father. You know how he can be, and you would have thought he would have at least given me a heads up that this was happening, but no, surprise, here it is. He says, but I probably should get back to my team. They probably think I'm being antisocial because this honestly all took me by surprise.
Okay. Of course, I don't want to take up more of your time. You're a new celebrity after all, she says with a blush.
Just what I wanted, he kind of says sarcastically, and I think she would know, being that they're close, that he's not a fan of the whole public eye thing, and she probably knows a little bit of his tension with his father as well.
Yeah. Don't worry so much about your father. Just be the best Albicon I know that you can be.
I will. And he'll kind of nod and head off.
While their conversation's ending, can Levi walk up?
Sure.
Okay, so Levi will walk up and he'd be like, "Hey, have you guys tried this punch? It's actually really disgusting."
Albion says, and he just kind of reaches for the glass. He says, "Let me take this."
Oh yeah, Gator, your girlfriend's like really cute.
I think Albion would blush at that point.
Are you saying this in front of Asa?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, Asa, again, very modestly blushes, and she, looks away and doesn't say anything.
I think Albion, not like he's like, oh, no. Like, he doesn't want to, make it awkward, but he's like, oh, he said, this is my friend Asa.
Oh, so it's like a future girlfriend type situation we got going here. Okay, hey, that's all you gotta say. Old Levi will stay away. She's yours.
Al would look at Asa to see how she responds to that.
She looks very uncomfortable. Like she doesn't respond in any way verbally, but you can tell this is very awkward for her. And I'm gonna say that as Levi is about to peace out, she actually speaks up finally and says, I think I will go and get some food. So see you later, Albicon. And she will bow and rush off.
All right, so after she leaves, Albion would probably just kind of give Levi a little bit of a glare. I think so he would give him a glare and he'd say, she's not my girlfriend, but stay away from that one.
Hey, pal, whatever you say, I could see love when Levi could see love from a mile away, and I could see it in your guys' eyes. You guys are a thing for sure. That punch was really gross. I mean, why would they send that to the kids?
He does again. He says, like I said, let me have that. He said, you might want to talk to our teammate Roxy about that one.
Oh, she makes the punch? Is this like some sort of weird, Russian punch?
Sure.
While you're having this conversation, you're gonna hear a shriek come from the punch bowl area as Natasha screams, frogs! Oh! Natasha says. And several of the girls that she was with, they also start shrieking as well, and they start heaving. Oh God! And you'll hear Natasha says, "Some Ilvermorny prankster put frogs in the punch bowl! I'm gonna find the headmaster!" So she's gonna run off to try to find the headmaster.
Shit.
And Tritessa from Castello Brushu, she was nearby and she sees the frogs and they're, hopping around and swimming around in the punch bowl still. She eyes them a little bit and stares at them, and gradually each of the frogs, one by one, start looking up at her direction and meeting her gaze. And anyone who's paying attention sees Tritessa starts to whisper something to them. I don't think you can hear what she's saying, but she's whispering something to them. And as soon as she's done saying whatever it is she's saying, the frogs start to line up, single file, and they begin hopping off of the table. They plop down onto the ground, and again, single file, they hop off into the woods. And Tritessa, once she's done that, she just turns around and goes back to what she's doing.
I didn't follow, I told Toby to go into the boys' bathroom,
Sure.
I didn't follow him, so I'm sitting outside, watching this whole thing with a very interested look on my face.
Yeah. So that's interesting that Tritessa just did that. And she goes back and attends to socializing with maybe some of the other friends that she's making.
Wait a second, you're telling me those were real frogs? I thought those were like those candy frogs everybody eats.
I just thought maybe they enjoy eating or drinking frog juice, but I wasn't gonna stop anyone else's fun.
I'm gonna be.
That's absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna get warts on my tongue or something.
Juan is gonna stroll by and say, "Oh, the frog punch. Yep, Roxana did that. I don't know what to say about that."
You guys didn't want to warn your teammate that I might be drinking some frog juice?
Man, I was looking for you, I swear. I mean, I would never let you drink frog juice.
Hey, thanks, Obi. That's a real kind thing for you to do.
Don't worry about it. Now.
So.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk with Chisa for a long while. Chisa.
Chesa Jing?
Yeah, her. Chisa.
Yeah. Before you do that, so the three of you, at least Albion and Levi and Juan, are together during that conversation. So you hear a voice call out and say, "Levi, darling, please introduce me to your friends." And you'll see a woman. This is Professor Anna Silva, if you remember.
Yes.
And I never actually showed a photo of Professor Anna Silva, which is the divinations teacher at your school. So I will reveal to you. This is Professor Anna Silva. And she smiles at you. She's got a nice gold tooth in her, mouth, and she says, "Please, introduce me to your friends."
Oh, hey, these are my two partners here. This is Gator, and that's Obi. And we have another partner. She's a girl. I think she's got the hots for me, but I don't know her name. Yeah, these are my two friends right here. Oh, sorry, guys. This is my divination professor.
I'm gonna be Juan Diego de la Rivera. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine, dear Juan. And you? She says, turning to Albion. Albion?
Wait, she said his name?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think he would start to bow, and then she said his name without him saying it back. But I guess she would have heard it.
Yeah, you'll probably give her a look like, "Oh, how did you know your name?" without saying anything. And she immediately responds when she sees that look and says, "Your father's been talking about you this whole time. You are the son of Augustus Mermont?"
Yeah, he says. And what did he have to say about me?
He's been saying about how you are going to be clean sweeping this competition. At least, he's very confident in your abilities.
Well, some are definitely a little better than others, and this first one has me a little nervous, but we'll see how I do. I'm gonna put forward my best foot. And he might trip a little as he says that, because Albion is pretty clumsy, so.
Are you at least excited to discover the other schools as well. I don't know if any of you have actually been to any of the other countries.
I'm really excited to find out what Africa's like. That seems really cool. I keep hearing this Russian place is real cold. I think I might stay out of that.
Yeah, but that's the place of the first round. I don't think you can stay out of the cold for too long.
I think
Japan seems really cool. I think that'd be a cool place to check out.
I think it's one of the more aesthetic places. He said. But either way, I'm sure this will be a great cultural experience for all of us.
Oh,
I'm sure it will be a great experience. I'm
Hey.
sure that we haven't seen the last of your group.
Professor Silva, hey, you're like the divination professor. Can't you just tell us if we win or not?
I could.
Well,
Will you?
Will you?
Now, Levi, that would be cheating. And you know that cheating is something that we can't do here at the competition.
Nah, well, you know I had to ask, Do I at least look good losing? Like, it's kind of close. It wasn't like I kind of, got destroyed. Like, it was like a close competition.
Levi, I am very convinced that you will make an impression during these games, one way or another.
That is what I do, so... You don't need to be the divination professor to figure that one out.
One word of advice, though, Levi. If this girl on your team that supposedly has the hots for you, this girl doesn't happen to be a centaur, does she?
I don't think so. I'm fairly confident she's human.
You might have a chance then, she says as she clearly patronizingly pats you on the shoulder.
Wait, can you see if we do get together? I mean, that's something you could do, right? That's not cheating.
She kind of just ignores the question and says, "Enjoy your evening, gentlemen." And she will glide off towards some of the other professors.
Centaur thing all about, Levi?
What was it, what?
What was that centaur thing all about?
Oh, nothing. Just a funny joke everybody at the school talks about.
Okay. We like jokes.
Our headmaster is a centaur, and I think she has the hots for me too, you know what I'm saying?
Alrighty then.
That was just a joke. I don't think she likes me at all, actually.
Okay. That. I'm gonna keep my thoughts for myself.
So guys, I want to apologize if I seemed a little distracted at first, but now that the three of us are together, I think we should find what's her name, Roxy, and
oh yeah,
is that her name?
Start a plan of attack here because it didn't seem like any of you were all that thrilled about Quidditch, aside from you, Levi, of course, third best in Castle Abruzzo.
The third best the coach has ever seen.
So maybe we need to get a game plan going.
We definitely should. I'm gonna go find Roxy. Why don't you come with me, Levi?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go.
Come
Hey,
on.
why don't you just come too, Gator? All three of us
let's
can go find her.
go.
Sure, sounds like a plan.
Perfect.
So you all are gonna look for Roxy?
Yeah, but I do want to see if I see
Chessa?
because I really want to talk to her.
Yes.
I want to see how.
Yes. So you're gonna catch an eye of Chessa Jing. She currently is speaking. She's having a chat with Aika Ayumidi, the guy from Morocco, and you'll just approach them, and Aika is basically explaining the time that in his alchemy class when he was trying to figure out how to transform transform objects into copper, which is one of the first things that you start learning in alchemy class. But what do you do when you approach them?
When I see Ajika, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Ajika, how are you?"
Aika looks to you and he says, "Juan, my man," he says. He actually kind of sees you almost like another younger brother too, because he was very proud to see his brother do what he did with you on the team. So he'll give you like a bro hug, a bro handshake, which is where you clasp and then he like grabs around to pat your.
Let me present.
Congrats in making it into the teams, he says.
Oh, thank you so much. You too. Talking about that, let me present you my teammates. This is Levi. This is Albion. Guys, this is Ajika.
Hey,
Bow.
Aika will nod and say, "Nice to meet you both." He'll hold out his hand to shake. Have you met Chessa Jing? Chessa will bow, and she. I don't think she gives you a smile per se, but she acknowledges your presence respectfully. Is the best way to put it. She acknowledges your presence very respectfully. And for those of you who are looking at her, so she actually is a mixed witch, which is half Chinese and half Filipino.
Out of character, would Albion have ever interacted with her, like, or does he just know who she is?
I feel like you would just know who she is.
Okay. 'Cause she's younger too, right? She's like a couple years younger.
He's a year below you.
She's a year below. Okay.
Yeah, I think for most people, a lot of people are intimidated by her. So she does have a circle of friends, but for the most part, she definitely has a lot of like admirers from afar, because they don't want to. Not because they necessarily think that she's off-putting or mean. It's just I don't want to bother her. She's so like very studious, and she strikes you as a very serious person, and so a lot of kids avoid interacting with her because they just don't want to like bother her, and they honestly a lot of the other students seem to put her up on a pedestal because of obviously she's
golden.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, nice to meet you, Chessa. Hey, I have a question. Oh, did you go to the same school as her, right?
Yes. Is he saying this in front of Chessa or like privately?
I'm talking with you right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like trying so that she won't hear me, because I think I'm gonna ask a stupid question. Why is her robes a different color than yours?
He says, well, if you notice, all of the students from Mahotokoro have different color robes, and they actually represent the level of magic that you've mastered as a student.
Really?
He kind of looks a little sheepishly down at his yellow robes and glances over at Chessa's gold robes and says, yeah, and gold is actually the highest honor that a student can achieve, so we've got to watch this one closely. She's going to be a contender for sure.
Whoa. The highest? And I'm gonna like go face Chessa and be like, is that true? You're really that good at magic?
I always try to push myself to excel in the best ways that I can with everything I do. And if I happen to score very highly, I humbly am honored.
That's amazing.
well, Chessa, let me tell you, they don't make girls as pretty as you where I come from. You're like definitely one of the hottest girls in this whole room.
She thinks, pauses for a moment when she says that, and she says, I hope that compliment is not meant to devalue the other parts of myself and my successes.
Oh no, all your parts look pretty.
When she says that, Juan is just gonna grab Levi by the shoulders and be like, no, of course he isn't. Right, Levi? Come on, Levi, let's go find Roxana.
Oh yeah, I mean, everything about you's pretty, from your like face to like your robes and everything.
Yeah, Levi. She is pretty. Come on. And he's gonna start like dragging him around.
While you pull Levi away, I think Albion would politely congratulate Chessa and say, you know, I think you will represent Mahotokoro well. Congratulations for being selected.
Thank you, Albi-kun. And congratulations to you as well. I was just speaking to your father a moment ago. He is a very important person in the ministry. I know that your mother was as well.
Yes. And
I would like to believe that she is, if you forgive me for saying this, I would like to believe that she is proud too.
he kind of bites his lip a little bit. I'm sure she is. And he will bow and probably follow the two boys.
Yeah, before leaving, I'm just gonna say, it was very nice to meet you. Bye, Adika.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I'm gonna just put my hand on his mouth and be like,
Out of character, we're gonna need an intervention with Levi.
definitely, 100%.
He is
It's not my fault. All these NPCs are super adorable.
When while you're dragging Levi and Levi away, what's Roxana doing at this moment? I don't think we've touched on Roxana in a while.
She's waiting for Toby to be done with the frogs in the bathroom. I don't know if anyone approaches her while she's waiting outside or if Toby comes out, but I'm open to whatever.
Yeah, Toby will finally come out, and he will say, it's done. Just a warning though. On my way out, I saw Finn making his way to the bathroom as well.
Oh, this could not have gone better.
He's not going to be happy, but he'll get over it.
Oh, I'm sure he will. He didn't see you, did he? Or do you think he'll assume it's you?
Me? No one ever suspects it's me. I'm Toby. I'm innocent, Toby. I would never do anything wrong.
She sort of like pinches his cheek and she's like, yes, that's right.
I'm always trying to be a good influence to my best friend Roxana. Always trying to rub off on her. But you know, baby steps for her.
She'll laugh at that. And she sort of like looks around a little bit and then she's like, to be honest, him being in this competition makes me a little bit apprehensive.
Yeah, I know that things between you are a little rough. He seems to still be really angry about what happened.
I would be too. So I can't say I blame him, but it wasn't me who did it. One day I hope he realizes that.
I hope so too. It doesn't matter who is in your family, because they're not all exactly the same.
You're right. They're nothing like me. And she'll kind of look towards the rest of the group and she says, I suggest we get away from the door before he comes out.
Agreed. And you guys will follow. Alright, so you'll go over to Roxana. And I'm gonna say that once you reach Roxana, I would say that some of the other professors will be chatting nearby, including Hideo Kimura and Professor Boris Hooch and Professor Zuberi. I'm going to say that those three professors are going to be chatting nearby, just as an FYI.
Okay.
So is it just then? Is Toby there?
I'm going to say Toby's with Roxana. No longer with his frogs. Maybe you guys some of you might have noticed he no longer has the Jasmine and his other frogs in his hand, in his arms.
When I see Toby without a frog, I'm gonna ask, Toby, where are your pets?
They are sleeping.
Oh, that's nice. Sleeping where?
Yeah, now that the regiment of exfoliation is done, they need to get good night's sleep in order to let the essential minerals activate.
Oh, that's very nice.
Levi will look at Roxy and be like, oh, so you already like have a boyfriend, huh?
Roxana's just kind of like, and isn't quite sure what to say. It's like,
Who's your boyfriend? You never told me you had one.
No, Toby.
You don't gotta be shy. We know you guys are together.
Toby, this imbecile is implying that we are together.
Oh, we're best friends.
That's
Oh,
we
so
are.
she's single.
Yes, happily
Oh,
so.
perfect. All right. Hey, we got so much in common.
And that's about all we have in common.
Albion would look at Levi and be like, Levi, I don't remember you being this bold when we met before.
Oh, well, time changes people. Especially when you don't speak to them for like a super long time.
I would say coming of age changes people, but okay, that works too.
Yeah, well, you get older with time.
Don't forget the common adage that less is more. Less is sometimes more.
So what you're telling me is I should ask out less girls, and then more will ask me out.
I'm not sure I follow that logic, but
Yeah, just do that.
we'll chat later.
Perfect. All right. So, group meeting between the pig wedgies here. All right. So, we have to.
Should I leave then?
Oh no, you're okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, what's your name again? He looks at Roxana.
Roxana.
Rox. All right. So, Rox, have you ever flown these like tree broom things before?
Yes.
Is it like the same concept as a broom, or is it like completely different?
Well, first off, a broom is a lot smaller. So yes, it is different.
But like it's like the same like technique, right? You just kind of like kick up off the ground and you go flying and all that.
Well, yes, but the turning's a little bit harder. You've got to lean into it more.
All right, is it like a saddle or something that you get, or do you just sit right on the tree?
No, you just sit on it.
All right, perfect. All right, so I forgot where I was going with this, guys. I'm just saying that like now that we know that we can fly these trees, is there any way we can like get
some
to your
trees
school to practice?
That's a good idea.
Oh, you all will absolutely need to practice.
Yeah.
You've been spending your lives flying on those little twigs you call brooms.
Yeah, but do we all have to go to your school to do that, right? I don't have any giant flying trees in my school.
Yeah, me neither.
Question about the trees, Albion pops up and says, I don't know a lot about Quidditch brooms, but I know there are different ones that have different skill levels and capabilities. Are all these trees the same, or are they made from different species or breeds of trees? And if so, how do we guarantee that we can get the best ones?
Just out of character. I imagine they would be hawk, but
I imagine they would be. So, I would imagine.
fastest. Probably.
I mean, I would think the standard. I would say the standard. I figure like prevalent trees in Russia are oak trees prevalent in Russia? What kind of trees are prevalent in Russia?
I imagine lots of boreal type trees like birch trees and fir trees and things like
Let's just
that.
get a really long palm tree.
Okay, so you're probably yes, birch trees. They do have oak trees too, but I think that traditionally they do use birch trees. There's also oak trees, rowan trees, fir trees, and maple trees. But birch by far is the standard. And I mean, each depending on which tree you get, they do kind of handle a little bit differently. So I'm sure in like professional competitions, there are rules and regulations that try to standardize. But I think there are certain types of games where you can use any tree of your choice, and others where everyone has to use the exact same tree. So it's similar to like race car driving. Like there's standards to each race car, but you can kind of make some within regulation modifications of your vehicle to suit your needs. So
I imagine
it's like
Tourette's is like just birch trees.
Yeah, I would say so. At that school, it's just birch trees.
So we won't really have a choice then. It'll just be what they give us.
Okay.
And out of character, like what they'll explain in the rules that in order for training purposes, the students are allowed to invite the other members of their team to their school, purely just for the purposes of either A, training for the next event, or B, if you just want to socialize. You're welcome to do that as well. But for the most part, like by default, you would meet and strategize in Ilvermorny. But if there's something specific that you need, it like Goldostorets to train, you're welcome to do that as well. Off school hours.
Okay, then.
So,
Out of character for Albion, if birch is the standard for everyone, would him maybe researching it or studying a little bit about it potentially give any advantages?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
So I guess Roxana will answer. Well, standard issue is the birch tree. That's what we use at our school. I imagine it'll be the same for the competition. They're pretty
Did you say
big.
a bird tree? Like a bird?
Birch.
Oh, sorry, your accent's really tough.
Yeah, so how about this, he says. He looks at Roxy, he says, why don't you work on getting us a scheduled time that we can, try these birch trees out. I'm going to do a little research because I know a few things about plants, and I might be able to, find some sort of secrets about flying birch trees. He looks over at Levi, he goes, you're pretty good at talking.
Oh, why thank you, pal.
Okay.
Why don't you and maybe Juan can help you? Why don't the two of you see if you can figure out what positions our competitors will be playing? Because sometimes knowing your opponent's strategy can help you formulate one of your own.
You're
Perfect.
rubbing all of the words out of my mouth, Al. You're pretty good at this. Okay, so our plans are like this. Roxana will schedule us time for practice on these giant trees. I will look for more info to see if we can get any advantages when riding said trees. And for now at least, Levi and I are going to look and see if we can find out which position every person will be in.
All right. Well, I'll try and schedule something for tomorrow after class, and we'll go from there.
Thanks. Now, Toby, did you know?
Hey, Toby, what position are you
You're
playing?
playing.
Roxana looks at Toby, and she's kind of giving him a look like you don't have to answer that.
Well, we haven't actually started strategizing yet because we haven't gotten to our common room yet.
What position you think you'd be? Like, are you more like a goalie or like a bludgeoner?
I want to wait to find out more from my team first.
Very well then. That's fair.
So I'm gonna go and I'll go and talk to some people. So see ya.
Goodbye,
He
Toby.
waves over
Bye,
Roxy.
Toby.
And she sort of watches him go.
Hey, your boyfriend's real cool, dude.
He's not my boy.
He's pretty cool. Are you sure he's not your boyfriend?
I am absolutely sure.
Look, I know true love when I see it, and I can see it between you two for sure. Isn't that right, Gator?
Right. This guy is the matchmaker apparently.
It's like a gift I got. You know what I'm saying?
It's a gift and a curse. He can matchmake any couple except himself.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie Good Luck Chuck? Like, it's kind of like that. Don't even know if that came out yet, so maybe not.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's myself 80% of the time. Levi opens his mouth, but that's kind of his charm, you know?
I don't know
I
if I'd call
am
it
very
charm.
charming, they say.
I'd call it annoying.
Some say that as well.
Yes.
You'll hear somebody, a small voice, call out, Juan! Juan! And you'll see Skylar running up to you. So this 11-year-old kid, this is Skylar's first year over at Ilvermorny, and he runs up and he says, I didn't know that you were coming to the school. We heard rumors that we were going to have guests, but nothing like this. Did you know? Did you know that you were coming here?
Okay, so the moment he hears his brother speak, his face will collapse and be like, fuck, I didn't go out to look for them. And he's gonna be, Skylar, hi! He's gonna go on talking, oh, little guy, I didn't know either. Today they just told us to go into a magical portal and here we are. It's incredible. How are you doing? What's school?
So first year is great so far. Making a lot of friends, and oh, is that Roxy from the Quidditch Cup?
Yeah, Roxy. Did you remember my brother, Skylar?
She sort of just has like a very blank expression, and she takes a while to respond, and then she sort of forces a smile, and she's like, "Hello."
Good to see you, he says. He rushes over. He doesn't notice the awkwardness at all. He rushes over and he just like wraps his arms around you.
Oh, she's
maybe
kind
it's
of
awkward
like
for you, but
she's kind of like that, and then she's like sort of pats him on the shoulder, and she's like,
yeah.
"Oh, hello."
Oh, Skylar, let me introduce you. These are my team members. You already know Roxana, obviously, but this is Levi, and this is Albion. We're gonna be partners in this top.
Cool. You guys are on the best team because you're with Juan.
This team isn't that great, but we're getting there, pal.
I know you're gonna. Guys are gonna win. I know you're going to win, and I think it'll be cool being able to see Quidditch over in Russia.
Oh yeah, we're having some difficulties with that, but don't worry, your brother's got it. Your brother's got it.
Trust me, it's like nothing you've ever seen, little bird.
It's a shame that you guys didn't end up in Pukwudgie, but I'm sure Carlos will be excited to see you in Wampus.
Carlos, yeah, you know where he is?
He looks around and he says, "Oh, there he is." He points, and I'm gonna say that Carlos is now chatting with. He's chatting with Finn right now. It looks like he's chatting with Finn. Mm-hmm.
My brother knows he's in the dark way, and he'll be like, "Guys, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta say hi to my little brother."
Roxana is gonna catch her arm quickly, and is just gonna nod at Finn, and I'm just gonna say, "Be careful with that one," and let go of your arm.
You got problems with that guy?
To say the least. He doesn't like me very much.
I have no clue why. That's insane. How could somebody not like you?
Well, that's also very surprising because everyone at her school seems to like her. Everyone seems like Roxy. So clearly, if somebody doesn't like her, there must be something wrong with him.
Oh, you
Clearly.
must have broke his heart. Yep, I get it. Ex-fling of yours?
No.
Juan goes over towards his brother Carlos, and Carlos is talking to Finn. Like I said, Finn is towering over Carlos. Carlos just recently started getting a growth spurt, but even then, Finn is a pretty big guy. And he's, right now, Carlos is actually examining and seems very enthralled by the trident staff that it looks like Finn let him hold. And as soon as it sees you, it says, Juan!
Carlos, how are you, little brother? And he hugs him.
He gives you a hug, and then after pulls off a hug and he says, Look at this! Isn't this the coolest thing? He says, holding up the trident staff.
That's a trident. Where did you get that?
He says, this guy owns it. Finn, right? And Finn will nod.
Like, oh, pleased to meet you. You're one of the participants, right?
He will say, yes, I am the Aquarius champion, is what I think the headmaster referred to me as.
Yeah, it's crazy, don't you think? Everything that's happening.
It's exciting, but I'm looking forward to this opportunity. And I'm really happy with my team. How about yours?
Oh, well, my team is really cool. I have Albion, who seems like a super chill guy, intelligent, he knows what's up. Levi, he's just charismatic, you know? And well, we got the favorite of your house, like Roxana. It seems that everyone loves her, right?
Yes, everyone loves Roxy. Yes.
Yeah.
He looks very yeah, that name seems to sting a little when he says it himself.
Like, yeah. And how are you liking your teammates?
I think we have a really strong team. I respect Chessa a lot. She's smart, very smart. Naila, she's a go-getter.
She definitely is.
Very enthusiastic. Chance, I'm not sure about. He's interesting. I haven't really thought about what I think of him completely yet.
I mean, he's a leprechaun. I'm sure that you guys define if the leprechaun magic is real.
I'd like to believe that we'll be able to get through this without luck and just sheer skill.
Yeah, I really hope so too. I've heard that you're really good at Quidditch.
He will nod and he will say, I'd like to think so. I actually play on the Quidditch team as the beater.
Oh, the beater. Yeah, it really suits you. Hey, Carlos, what do you think about that?
That's cool. He said, which house are you in? Svarog. I am the Svarog house beater.
I mean, you guys play in trees, right?
We do, he says proudly. They are a challenge to handle, but once you get used to it, I can never go back to brooms again, at least for Quidditch's purposes.
Oh, you know, I'm really like trying to not be worried about all of that, but I don't know if I'll be able to adjust. I'm gonna need some serious training.
I could help you out if you want. I won't be able to give you any strategies my team are thinking about, but I think it's perfectly fair for me to train you if you'd like. I want to make sure that if we beat you, it's not because you're at a disadvantage.
Well, you know, that's really cool of you. I would really like that. Thank you.
Of course. I think that's what the whole point of this competition is anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my brother by the shoulder and be like, Carlos, you always find the nicest person around.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Finn's cool. We've been talking a lot. Hey, do you think I might be able to get one of these? Maybe do you think Mama would allow me to have one of these? And I mean, he's holding up the trident's pretty sharp. It's pretty pointy.
I mean, if you behave well, maybe I can talk with Mom and try to do something about that. Just, where did you get it from, Finn?
He will say that my mom actually helped craft it for me.
It's handmade then. Whoa.
My mother actually is a staff maker.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe she's the Ollivanders of staffs. I'd like to believe.
Now, well then, if you really want one, if you behave well, maybe we can talk with Finn's mom so that we can make you one.
Finn looks very proud when you say that. That would be so cool. I'm wondering if I can get one that more of a Mexican design.
Oh, yeah. When he says that, Juan will start like, his eyes will glow and be like, oh yeah.
Maybe in the shape of a giant churro.
And now he'll be like, I was thinking more of a traditional. You know what? Why not? Let's make a giant churro.
Finn tilts his head. What's a churro?
Okay, now. This is where things get interesting. And Juan will just explain every single detail about churros and all the different kinds of churros we can eat.
And while you're explaining this, he says, that definitely sounds a lot tastier than beetroot soup.
Yeah, I feel really bad for you Russians. I mean, beetroot soup, when you can have, you know what? I am inviting you to my house someday. You're gonna eat real Mexican food.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you would invite me to have food at your house?
Yeah, why not? You're really chill.
He looks very surprised by this. Yeah, Finn, you should come over to our house. If maybe even during Christmas break. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Finn says that we just met, but that sounds like a cool thing. Is it true how warm it is in Mexico though?
Well, it depends in what part of Mexico and in what station you are. But during, like, I don't think it's that cold. Maybe it'll be hot for you. So bring.
Is it dry?
Where we live, it is, yeah. We don't live in the desert, you know. That's more in the north. But you know, let's exchange information and we'll keep talking about this because you seem like a really cool guy. And again, thank you for the offer of teaching me how to ride in a giant tree.
Sure. Thank you. And he will hold out his hand to shake.
I will shake his hand and be like, okay, Carlos, come on. Let's go. Let's go for something to eat.
Juan, before you go,
Yeah?
about your teammate, Roxana.
What about her?
Just watch out of that one. Just watch out for that one.
Perfect.
I'll do that. Thanks, Finn.
And don't drink the punch.
Oh no, I saw that.
And be careful when you're in the boys' bathroom.
Okay, I didn't knew about that. Okay. And I'm gonna grab Carlos and be like, we are going to a different bathroom.
He says, I like Finn a lot. He's super cool. Do you think that Yvonne would be okay having him at our house?
Oh, right. I forgot about the fan.
I forgot about it. We try not to remember Yvonne.
Yeah.
He's just a fixture.
We try to
at the
block
house.
that part of my memories and well, I'll see what I can do. Don't worry. I always make it work.
You're the best one. Oh, yeah, and by the way, Wampus.
Wampus?
Yes. I'm sure Skylar must be jealous.
Oh, yeah, the poor guy. Where is he? I keep losing my brothers. I'm such a bad brother.
Well, Juan, now that you're on my turf, maybe I can show you around a little bit.
Oh, that would be really nice. For example, you can show me a boys' bathroom that's not the nearest to here because I really don't think I should use this one.
Yeah, I can show you, he says, and he'll take you to another boys' bathroom.